Hi, everyone. That is my playlist of playlists. This song is Chill Theme from Trendsetters. It's track number 8 in this specific video. It's all style savvy music. Hi, everyone. He cleans his glasses. He's just like us. Hi, everyone. Hello, Lauren, Zeph Chan, Tori, Shrub Crossing. Hello, Mel, Baby Tortuga. Can't freaking see. Hi, Jargon. Hello, Orange Shy Guy. Mel, I don't know if you saw. I think everybody else has seen them. I got more glasses. Do you like them? Nice pop of color. They are transition lenses, so I can wear them as sunglasses. They fit your face very well. Thank you. And I should really be doing that. I kind of forget. Maybe I'll wear them tomorrow when I go to the gym. Hello, everybody. Hello, Rat King Mickey. Hello, Bully Birdie. What's up, Kim? Danny. Arriba! Hello, Jargon. Oop. God, I have so many freaking wires around me right now. I'm charging my 3DSs while I use them. Ugh. Okay. Hello, Tori. Hello, hello. They're an excellent blue. I really like them. They're like slightly clear too, which I like. Who else is here today? Maddie, 100 stream streak. Thank you so much. Zelina, will I be seeing you on the track in Mario Kart 9? Brian. Hello, Rattan. Hello, Amy. Dusk Eye. Shrub Crossing. Squilly Diddly Topher. Hi, guys. When is the Samba de Amigo stream? You buying? I actually would love to play that game. The Switch one, I kept trying to find it at Target because they always run it on run a sale on it because nobody really wants to buy it, sadly. But it's never in stock. So sad. What's for dinner? Well, first late lunch, early dinner, which was my first meal of the day. Actually, that's not true. The first thing I ate today was a granola bar because I woke up and my entire stomach from my actual stomach all the way up to my ribs was in pain. And I realized it was because I took Tylenol before bed on an empty stomach. So I went and I had a granola bar and that made me feel better. And then I went to the gym. On our way back from the gym, I got Chick-fil-A. I'm a bit of a hypocrite, I know. I have often been like, oh, Chick-fil-A's homophobic. And then I come crawling back for that spicy chicken sandwich and mac and cheese. So I got that at 3:30. And then I was getting pretty hungry again around 6 before I started my stream. And yesterday, Dallas and I got these chicken rice bowls that we always get, but they kind of fucked up my chicken. It was dry and burnt in a lot of places. So I didn't end up eating most of my dinner yesterday because I just was turned off by it. So today I put it in the fridge because I was like, I'll do something with it. So today I took the pieces of chicken out and I fried some eggs. I fried three eggs on the stove and I mixed them in. So I have an egg white rice, veggie veggie bowl. Well, there was some broccoli and zucchini in here, but I ate it all. But that's what we're eating now. With some teriyaki on it and soy sauce. Whenever I go to the gym with my water bottle, depending on who's around me, I turn it so they can't see. Because I'm like, I don't need them to comment on my stickers. If it's somebody who I know is going to be offended, I will turn it a different way. But if it's a girl, I will often let it show so they know, like, they can work out near me and I'm not going to be a creep. If there's a woman at the gym and I'm looking at her to see if she's done with the machine, I kind of make my nail polish, or like I like stand gay. Like I try to like signal like I'm gay, like I'm not creeping on you. I'm seeing if you're done with the machine. Try to like not make them feel like I'm fucking staring at them. Sorry, I had a big piece of broccoli stuck back there. I was trying to get it. A little late to stream today. Sorry about that. I kind of wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to shiny hunt, but I was like, do I want to start doing my Lapras soft resets to get the gift Lapras now that I beat the 3rd gym? And then I was like, well, I have to play a lot.
Well,
I'm 27 and I'm still living with my parents in Overland Park. I have an art history degree from a night school. My cat just died. I've lost 25% control of my sphincter muscles. I get a clicking sound in my jaw when I eat. I drive a 91 Dodge Neon. I have ovarian cysts. Sometimes I pee the bed still. I have alopecia. The only man who wants to fuck me is my 48-year-old manager at Pizza Street. P.S.
He only has
one ball. So I guess better than you. Fluke Teeth. Thank you very much for the 50-month resub on tier 2. Hello, Slayas Mama. Just do a quick bend and snap to let them know. They could probably tell just from my shorts, let's be real, but yeah. Hello, Beef Cheeks. Umbra Warlock, thank you for the 30 stream streak. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Marble Sky. How are you both? Hello, Cinnamoons. Hope you're doing well today. I am. Today's a very good day. Bit of a late start today, but sometimes you need that. But yeah, I couldn't decide what I wanted to hunt. So my mind was like, okay, I could do Lapras soft resets, but I would only be able to do that on 2 games right now, and it's a long reset. I don't want to do that. So then I was like, okay, well then I could do the ride on the Rhyhorn and go for Helioptile, because I really want that. But I'm also not at that point in the game on one of my games, and I was like, I don't feel like playing up to that point. I also could do Tyrant soft resets. Don't really feel like going back to Kanto starters just yet. So I decided I am at this point in the game in all 3 games. Let's hunt Esper. And this is a great route because there's a bunch of really amazing Pokemon on here. Which we will encounter many of, I'm sure, in the process here. But yeah, there's Esper, obviously, which I have 3 Esper right now on my screen. I have all my 3DSs synced up, too, so I can control them all with the one controller. But yeah, oh yeah, my chat box is not correct. Hang on. Height, I think I do 350 for this, yeah. Okay. This song is funky. I love it. Sorry. Honedge is on this route as well, which is another great Pokemon. Sentret is on this route. Am I counting by 3? Yeah, weird. Okay. It went up to 6, but maybe I just hit the button too hard. Okay. Yeah, a lot of really great options. Even if I don't end up getting the Esper just yet, a lot of different Pokemon that I could phase on and still be happy with. So, very, very excited about that. Sentra is my fave early route rodent. Ooh, Oddish would be good. You smashed that like button. Indeed I did. Indeed I did. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Yeah, I love Sentret. I would love a shiny Sentret on my team. Oh, oops. Shiny Furret on the team would be so good. It's so funny how tall the grass is on this freaking route. Ooh, you know what? So, because the Esper is like not a guarantee, because it's not 100%. My original thought was like, oh, I could do a poll. Do you think it's going to be a male or female Esper? But that's not how this route works. Like, the shiny could not even be an Esper, and then, like, it defeats the purpose. So, we're going to just do the which game will have it. Which game will have the shiny? Left, right, middle. So it'll be a three-way pull. 6-way pull for all the encounters. Honestly, that's kind of fierce too. But I already started it. Just to confirm something, how many genders are there in Pokemon? Well, just like ooh, Nincada on this route. Nincada. Kinda crazy. Just like people, there's too many to count. The possibilities are endless. Giving Alex Monokuma's voice. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Kecleon. There's some weird ass Pokemon on this route. Very strange selection. What is this playlist? Is this still... Oh no, this is a different playlist. I thought this was still Style Savvy music. No, we'll never get over how Oddish has a higher base attack than Onix. I love little Pokemon facts like that. If you need any, and if you are curious about the statistics for which games have found what, so top left over here has found 2 shinies recently, Fletchling and Diggersby. That is the most recent shiny found in the game, both on those games. And then the game all the way on the right found the Squirtle in my soft resets. So this Pokemon Y game is still cooking. Quite a number of shiny rolls have been made on this middle game, and still nothing. Does not necessarily change the outcome, but if you are a believer in the energy building, there you go. Yeah. You're due a shiny. On that middle game, I think so. Hello, Zarik. Hello, Apprehensive Muck. I got Pokemon on the brain. Hello, hello. We are doing great. They've been lifting a lot of the evacuations. We never had to evacuate, thankfully. We had a couple scares last week. It was terrifying. It was very scary. But thankfully, we didn't have to evacuate. And the areas near us stayed evacuation warning rather than like mandatory you must leave. And then now they've been, over the last like 2 days, the evacuations have been lifted completely. So hopefully we are just on our way out of this freaking fire season. It's very scary. Very scary times. I'm wearing a crop top today. I will show it. It's got Kermit. It was this shirt that I got from Urban Outfitters years ago. That I cut into a crop top recently. Like about a year ago. And it's very cute. But I'm very annoyed. So, if you may remember, like 3 weeks ago, I got bit by a mosquito. Or a spider or something. So I have these freaking... Now there's scars on my freaking stomach. And I'm so annoyed about it. They were itchy as fuck for like a week. And I really tried not to scratch them as much as I could so they wouldn't scar. But that's where we're at. So I'm going to start putting Neosporin on them every night to see if that helps. I know that there are like scar remedy things as well, which I'm going to try to do. Because like I don't feel like looking like I've got fucking, I don't know, my skin's falling off kind of vibe, you know? Do what trans daddy Stephen Dane did and put vitamin E. Okay. Is that the really hot guy that you showed on stream like years ago? He was so cute. Your hair is eating, by the way. Thank you very much. How'd the scars get there? They're from mosquito bites. I got bit by a mosquito while I was outside for 1 minute and 30 seconds walking my dogs in like the middle of the night. So stupid. But yeah, tomorrow I gotta go to Walgreens tomorrow anyway, so I'll get like a vitamin E stick or something like that, see what they got. I'm sure they've got something in the beauty section. I bet they're itchy as fuck. They are not anymore. They have not been itchy in like a week. I'm so like muscle memory wise, I'm so like into doing horde battles that I'm like forgetting I can just run around. I don't have to open my menu every time. There was a guy at the gym who I think knows who me and Dallas are. Topical Benadryl or witch hazel are great for bug bites. Yeah, I didn't have Benadryl at the time, so I was using cortisone, but I vastly prefer Benadryl for bug bites. But I just didn't have any. How's my volume, by the way? Is my music a little too loud? Or is it just right? Come on, Goldilocks. Tell me what's up. Where's your necklace from? So I have 2 necklaces. And I think they're both just from Etsy. I just literally looked up like silver chain. And I went to one with like good reviews. I think they were both like 15 bucks each. Do you see the leaves on this middle game? They're so pretty. X and Y kind of fucks. Oh, yeah. So there was a guy at the gym that we think knows who Dallas and I are. Because he was like staring at me the other day and like not breaking the stare when I looked back at him. And Dallas was like, did he have long hair and a beard? I was like, yeah. He was like, he was doing the same thing to me. I was like, then he probably knows who we are, which is very nice. I like when people know who I am. I'm a star. It's red. Shut the fuck up. It's salmon. The way, like, if we're really being technical, it's salmon. We're talking about the Switch 2, by the way. The Switch 2 colors. But to me, it's way more orange looking than red. What did you end up getting on your last hunt? My last hunt, I got 2 in the same stream. I got Fletchling in like 1,000 encounters. And then I got Bunnelby in like 200. Lauren said coral. That feels fitting. Coral, yes. Yes, I see coral. I'm still team salmon. That's the color I've chosen. But coral is also perfectly acceptable. But I think it leans a lot closer to orange. I wish I had the bike on all 3 games. I'm still getting encounters pretty quickly. Despite being on foot, which is nice. I definitely want to get Esper. Like, that is my main target, obviously. But I really would be fine with a lot of these Pokemon. Maybe not Kecleon. I love Kecleon, but I do not like its shiny very much. I wish it was the purple one. Will the Pro Controller work with the Switch 2? I would assume yes. I'd be kind of surprised if it didn't, considering it's just Bluetooth. The original Joy-Cons obviously won't. Well, maybe if they're just like in a grip. But like, they obviously won't stick to the system, you know? But like, the Wii stuff worked with the Wii U. And I want to say, I feel like there were some peripherals for the Wii U that worked with the Switch. Like that GameCube adapter that I have. They released a way to use the Joy-Cons wired. What? When? That's crazy. I didn't know about that. I'm very excited for the potential of Joy-Cons being able to be used as a mouse for things like Mario Maker. And if I could do mouse and keyboard Splatoon 4, I think I will cook so fucking hard. I could be a comp player, a comp beast. A mouse for Animal Crossing patterns? Exactly, Mel. Like, I think they're cooking. The mouse thing just sounds like it will not function at all. I think it'll work really well, but not like maybe 2 games will use it. Which I think is honestly hilarious. If you asked me if 57 was a multiple of 3, I would not. I think I would short circuit. But here we are. It is. When I play Overwatch on Switch, I feel like it's somewhat similar to PC with motion controls. You just use your whole arm to aim. Oh, is there gyro for Overwatch on Switch? I didn't know that. That's gaggy. I've tried to play Fortnite on Switch with gyro, but I can't. I just can't do it. I can't play Fortnite with controller. I did manage to kill like 2 people though. I played, Dallas went to the bathroom, so I played for him on the PS5. And I was kind of able to play, but I was not nearly as good as I am on computer. I killed Godzilla today, and I did the most damage, so I got the medal. So I finally finished that quest in Fortnite. I thought about playing Fortnite tonight and doing push-ups, but I just decided to do them off stream. I did like 40 today, because I did work out my chest at the actual gym. But I do like doing those Fortnite push-up streams, because I really get a great workout from them. Hello, Denny. I need to pick a day that I'm gonna do Truck Simulator. I thought about maybe doing it tomorrow, depending on what time I get up. This fucking song. Every time. It's like a minute and 30 seconds of an amazing, like, 2-hour-long playlist. So I'm not gonna not... Oh, it's only an hour. But I'm not gonna not listen to this playlist just for this one fucking song. But it sucks every time it comes on. Also, I'm not a furry, but why are all the Animal Man skins so hot? Like that raccoon? Sounds like you are a little bit of a furry. And that's okay. Yeah, the new raccoon guy is hot as hell. How common is gyro in games in like Overwatch or Rivals? Because I think motion or just auto outskilled. You're just auto outskilled if it's Splatoon. Oh, like if you are not using motion controls, you cannot keep up. I don't know. There are not many of those shooter games that are even on the Switch. And I don't know how many of the console, like I don't know if PS5 or Xbox have gyro. But typically for like Marvel Rivals, for example, there's an option to only play with other console players. Because just the technical skill is just so vastly different between mouse and keyboard. Like you're like, no matter how good, like you can definitely get really good at FPS games and third-person shooters and stuff with controller. I play with many people that are very good at Fortnite, Overwatch with controller. But I don't know if it'll ever 100%, like your response time is just not nearly as fast enough as a mouse, especially because you can change the mouse cursor speed if you're like a fucking sicko to be insane. So I feel like you're always kind of at a disadvantage, just like objectively, like the hardware is different. I'm much better at Splatoon in handheld. I don't know why. I have always been that way though. Like Splatoon 2, I almost exclusively played handheld because I would watch something on the TV while I played when I was home all day depressed when that game was out. I feel like Overwatch on Switch had gyro, but the entire game runs bad on Switch. Yeah, people were telling me it does have it a little bit ago before you got here. Also, hi Jake. I'm not a furry, but I need that furry borrow art that Dallas is sending you. Okay, so if you're asking, if you are on your hands and knees begging for furry art, I have news for you. Many people have asked me to make a furry account where I just retweet the shit that Dallas sends me, and I send him. And I don't know if I'm willing to do that. I'm not gay, but will you kiss me, bro? I'm not gay, but if we are standing in the mirror doing our hair next to each other, I will say we make a cute couple. Mel did that, like, back in October when they were staying with us. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Mel, when we are in our 80s and if we both outlive our partners, we will have a platonic marriage that we can use to get health insurance benefits. Because Lord knows we won't have universal health care in the next 57 years, that's for fucking sure. The producers told them to say that. Did you already talk about Drag Race? Nope. I love this season. I love it so much. Ugh, I fell asleep during Drag Race. There is a website that I use to watch Drag Race, but if you go to that website without ad blocker, it is an unusable experience. But I'm not gonna say that it's called Mr. World Premiere, but I'm definitely not gonna not say that. And you can't search Drag Race. You have to search RuPaul to find it. But they have Untucked too. I know, very Pitbull. Very Pitbull vibes. Untucked is so much better now that they can walk around and form little groups. I know! And they're really being very conservative with the amount of time the guest judge comes in and says a whole lot of nothing, which is great. I hope that if the guest judge is really, like, not interesting enough, they just don't even fucking bring them back there. Because they're actually getting some genuine honesty in Untucked this season, because the girls, it's not quite Interior Illusion Lounge vibes with the separate rooms, but just the room being big enough that they could really section away from each other and have very private conversations. The girls are really saying their actual feelings, and it's been incredible so far. Untucked is actually worth watching again. The last few seasons, like, we'll check in if it seems during the main episode there's some tension, or if, like, people online say Untucked was good. But most of the time, the last few seasons, we've been skipping Untucked. Joella is eating up that solo cam. Don't forget the Ella. Do not forget the Ella. I am, like, actually in disbelief at how good this cast is. Like, not just as drag queens, but also as, like, entertaining television. Like, my years of begging for girls that hate each other to be on the show together. I've prayed for levels of delusion like Joella's. Like, I can't believe I finally have been rewarded for my patience. Okay, I will watch with you on Discord. I will. Because I would like to watch all 3 of the episodes that have come out a second time. Or a third time. Because we watched the first 2 episodes twice already. Corey wants that cookie so bad. Why are they all horny this season? I usually never believe it when they, like, are, like, jokingly flirty in other seasons, but I believe it when Corey King is. And I don't really know why. What makes it different? Because she's not acting any differently. Maybe because Corey King just doesn't seem like she needs to do anything for storyline. Like, she just is that good that she's gonna get camera time regardless. You know? Like, it doesn't feel like she's like, ooh, I need to be doing this to get more camera time. Like, she's just gonna get it. Maybe that's why. But I love it. I very much enjoy this season. It's really great, and I can't wait. I was really not that excited about this season before it happened. Like, I watched the Meet the Queens came out. I didn't know it was happening. I did not know that was happening. I woke up and it was just out, so we watched it. And I kind of was like, everyone looked amazing, but I don't think the production of the Meet the Queens asked them very good questions. Like, I didn't really get to connect with them. So I was just like, well, this is gonna be one of those seasons where, like, there's a couple people I like just based off of their, like, look from the promo and everything, but I'm gonna have to, like, wait till this show starts to, like, really get to know everyone. And then the show started, and I literally don't have a single person I don't like. Everyone, I enjoy hearing from every single person on the season. It's been so wonderful. Everyone's so great. And they all feel very evenly matched. My personal top 3 that I really, really enjoy: Lexi Love, Susie 2, Corey King. Those are, like, the 3 that, like, really speak to me. And I have been Team Lexi since the promo. Because if you're gonna be naked with silver body paint and that is it as your look, that to me is so fucking cavunty. It's everything to me. But again, I really like everyone. I like Anya Nerve, even though she would hate me because I love Animal Crossing. Which is the only thing she really talked about in her promo, was that she hates people that play Animal Crossing, which is so fucking funny. But yeah, I really, Jewel Sparkles, I really love every single person. It's so great. Joella is some of the best TV we've had in years. Not that the last few seasons haven't been good, but like it's a type of content that we've had like the shady Kiki of like Mistress and Lux. We've had plain, not like actively trying to start beef with people, but Joella, we haven't had like delusion like this in a long time. And I just am praying that she doesn't let the annoying people on Twitter ruin it. Because I've been begging for this type of Drag Race to be back. I've been begging for it. And I finally have it, and I know the Twitter gays and the teenagers that watch Drag Race are not going to be able to handle it. I love a cast of socially inept people that say crazy shit. It's the best. It's the fucking best. I love it. Multiple conflicts in one episode of Drag Race. We were so back. I saw a tweet that was like, these two argued about a string of rhinestones for 2 minutes and 36 seconds of TV. Like they were fighting over like they're in the fucking Squid Games. They're fighting over food in Squid Game. Drag Race is so fucking back. Acacia Forgot is a fan of Trish. She has some of Trish's old ass merch. Makes me wonder if she watches the podcast. Shadow Luna, thank you for the 42 months. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're well. Like, let's... Oh. The camera person that did not get footage of Lexi snitching on Hormona, I fear they were probably fired. But Drag Race, outside of the makeover challenges, they don't really like to show the contestants interacting with staff. So it makes me wonder if it was on camera and they just chose not to show it to not break the fourth wall too much. Because I don't love when Drag Race, does that. Because it kind of I don't know. I don't like them breaking the illusion that these people don't know they're on TV. Sounds like they weren't on set yet. Yeah, it sounds like they were probably, in the van on the way to set. Did you hear that Susie also used her own stones for her headpiece too, but didn't have to take them off because she didn't bring it up later, and Hormona did. That's why she had to take hers off. I did hear that, yes. I totally understand in the room. If I was in the room, I also would have been upset because it's an unfair advantage. But as a viewer, I don't really care. I'd rather see a nice garment no matter what the decisions. But I do think it's great TV. I do think it's great TV. As a viewer, I'm pissed because Hormona was in the top for sure. I don't think anyone. I think everyone did pretty well. I wouldn't put her in the top for myself personally, but that doesn't mean I don't think she looked she looked beautiful. I don't think she didn't look great. I kind of wish she was in the top to really like piss off the other girls, because that's as like to switch into like a producer mode. I would have put her in the top. But they kind of got that by putting Anya in the top, which, like, whether she stole the trim or not, she looked good. So they can't really say anything. Like, she looked amazing. And I think that, like, what put her over the edge was how she sells the garments. Like, she just has this, like, energy that she taps into, that, like, no matter what the look, there's, like, a storyline that she's telling with, like, her eyes, and it's great. I'm glad... There's a fly in here. I'm glad sewing challenges are back and they cast people who are designers. Yeah, like, especially doing it so early in the season. I'm glad that, like, more... Like, I'm pretty sure, like, even Lucky Stars, like, could construct something. They just can't sew. You know what I mean? Like, I think Joella was really the only person that didn't know how to use a sewing machine in that room. And that was a room of, what, 12, 13 people? Usually, it's like 2 people know how to sew and the rest are fumbling. I think it's 14 this season. It probably is. It probably is. Maybe I want to say 13 because I feel like it was 6 and 7 for the premieres, but need Joella in the top 7 at least. Oh, I think Joella will make it into the single digits for sure, just because she's just good TV, you know? Like, they're not gonna send her home. They would on All Stars, because I don't know what the decisions are on All Stars, but they're not the best. But on main series, they don't really fuck up that much in terms of, like, sending home the commentary queen or, like, the delusional one. I'll never forgive them for letting Derek Barry go home on All Stars 5. That like, ruined the season, in my opinion, on the first episode, but... I want to know, when Joella said, I just don't want to be that queen that's an icon in her local scene, and then comes on the show and doesn't deliver. I want to know who she's thinking of when she says that. And I believe that if she was asked, she would answer. Which I really love about her. Okay. I don't need to be connecting Wi-Fi. Photo channel SD card photo list. Why is this in the playlist? Here we go. I feel bad for Brita Filter. Some of the few instances of actual conflict on season 12, and she got nothing but hate. I'm loving RuPaul calling Lydia just butthole. That's exactly why she has that in her name. It's incredibly disarming and makes you laugh because it's just so absurd that, like, it's brilliant that her name is Lydia B, short for Butthole Collins. For those who don't watch Drag Race, and RuPaul is obsessed with it. Especially because she's not, like, unemotional, but, like, she is a little bit more, like, stoic. So, when she, like, speaks in, like, her confessionals and stuff. So the fact that her name is Butthole is wild. RuPaul is my hero. Me unironically kind of agreeing. Like, knowing it's kind of cringe, but also fully being like, kinda. Like, no, you kind of spilled. I just realized we're losing Ru on TikTok. I know. Oh, what do you mean we? Oh, wait. I forgot Ru's American. I'm like, you will still have TikTok, but Ru will not have TikTok, so I get it now. People will repost her shit. I can't believe they included Lexi saying she-devil in reference to Trinity in 2 different confessionals. I know, which is crazy. Oh, they knew too. Yeah. Oh, of course. The casual viewers are like, who the fuck is she-devil? Yeah. And then everyone who is chronically online and a Drag Race stan is like... I'm trying to stay hydrated more than ever because I started my creatine gummies again, and you need to be drinking a lot more water on them or else you get very dehydrated. Posture check. I've definitely noticed an improvement in my posture as much as I can in the like 3 weeks, month or 2 that I've been really focusing on it. I try at least once a day to like stretch, and when I sit up straight now and like really try to have like perfect posture where like my shoulder blades and my butt and the back of my head are all touching the wall. When I first started, it literally, like, I felt the muscles all the way up to the back of my head, like, being stretched. And it was kind of painful in a good way. But now when I do it, it's, like, not as intense. Like, it still happens, but it's not nearly as intense, which means that I am, like, getting better at not being hunched. I haven't done a random encounter hunt since my first hunt in this game. I think. No, I got Spoink. My first hunt in this game was Riolu, but then I think Spoink was random encounters. So, since Spoink. But it's been a long time. And it's kind of fun. Because it's like, it feels like it's a little bit more work and time investment than a horde. Not that I don't love getting my shinies in hordes, it's very fast. But it's also fun to like get a one-on-one look with the Pokemon when it appears, especially if it's shiny. Because it's just like, boom, there it is. I drew Donkey Kong last night. I have not posted it yet because I'm kind of in my feelings about it. I think I want to make some changes, but I will share it with the class. Like, I think it's good, but it's not up to snuff enough for me just yet to feel like I want to post it. Hang on, just making Because I really like his redesign, and I've been wanting to draw it. He's driving burger. It does give that, yeah. But yeah, I think like I think it's like 80% of the way there. I think he looks really good. I don't really care how the car looks. I think the car is just, that's not the focus. I'm impressed with the hands holding the steering wheel. I think that looks really good. But yeah, something about it, I'm not 100% on it yet, so I might change it a little bit. What if you give him more cleavage? Well, that's me reining it in a little bit, because I did give him big fucking boobs, but it was making it too hard to like draw the steering wheel and everything. But yeah, I do like it. Like I'm very proud. I'm glad I just drew something. I drew for like, I think that took me like 4 hours last night. So I drew something, and I'm glad I did it. I'm just trying to get in the habit of drawing at least once a week. I just think I'm a little rusty. When your tits are too big to drive, that's why I don't have my license. That's the reason. My tits felt big today from doing push-ups. I'm very glad I ended up eating this, because I'm very bad about leftovers. I don't find leftovers gross. I just have ADHD, and if I don't see it in front of me, I forget it's there, and then it goes bad. What is it? So yesterday I got a teriyaki chicken bowl over white rice with veggies and dumplings. And of the like 20 times I've gotten food from this place, it's been amazing. Every single time. But yesterday, they must have had somebody else working there or something. I don't know. But Dallas's was good, but mine was dry as fuck and burnt, the chicken. And it like turned me off from the whole meal. So I just didn't eat it. But I put it in the fridge because I was like, I'll do something with it tomorrow. So today I picked the pieces of chicken out of it, and I fried 3 eggs, and I mixed those in instead. So I've been eating it that way, as like an egg rice bowl. And that's just great healthy carbs and good protein. I'll probably have a protein shake later. And maybe brownie. There was a man at the gym today. Big, buff, little chubby. His legs were insane, and when he would do the like overhead tricep thing, his shirt would lift up and I got to see his tummy. I was dying. What the fuck? Don't you have a BF? I do, and I texted him. I was like, you gotta look at this guy. California has done so much for you. It really has. How would you feel if you were dating someone and they said they manifested you? Dallas has said that to me. And I think it's very sweet. I go in and out of believing in manifestation because because my brain is like, if I believe that the good thoughts become real, then the bad thoughts will become real too, and that fucks with my OCD like insanely. But I try to say like manifestation only works with positivity, so I should not worry about that, but it can't help it some days. What if he specifically said he prayed for you? I used to pray for times like this. I think I'd be okay with it. When Dallas and I first started dating and we were long distance, sometimes I would be on his live stream when he would stream on YouTube. And I remember I was like, oh, God's not real. And he was like, you can't say that. You can't say that on my stream. Now he don't care. Manifestation only works if you don't believe in it. Like when you pretend you don't want the Pokemon to be caught so it catches. Yeah, me pretending I don't want the water on the stove to boil already so that way it boils so I can put my pasta in there. I do think thinking positively about a situation does help me to succeed. I believe more in like the way I like kind of help myself be able to like manifest without driving myself fucking insane with my OCD is be like, well, manifestation for me only counts when I'm speaking it out loud and like telling people about it and like verbalizing that I want these things to happen to myself. Just thinking it, like, I'm trapping the energy in here. So like my bad thoughts from my OCD can't become real because I'm not speaking them with intention of them becoming reality. That's kind of how I kind of get over it. Well, I'm in the Clifford universe. Crazy. You have to write it down and put it in a glass container on your window so it charges in the moonlight. I have gone out. Trish on the podcast a few months ago was like, she said something about the moon. She's like, you need to go out into the moon tonight and like manifest while looking at it or something like that. And I was like, girl, I'll believe whatever the fuck you say because you got on Saturday Night Live through the power of manifestation. Like, abso-fucking-lutely, I'll do anything you tell me to do. So I stood out there and I spoke my desires to the moon. And like, you know, things are still working out pretty well for me, so I believe in it. You should get into brujeria. Is that just like witchcraft? I've heard the word before, but I forget the definition. Become a bruja. That word comes up a lot when Lady Gaga's putting out a new album. I see it a lot on Twitter. People trying to scare conservatives. I hate when people used to say, don't say what you'll do, just do it and let people see it. Like, no, bitch, I will tell you I am that bitch. You're good at pronouncing it. You're pronouncing it good, by the way. Oh, thank you. Get into brujeria. my Spanish teacher in high school would always say, he was like, he would be like, I hate that there's no Spanish word for hockey, because every word, like, it just sounds so natural to say it in Spanish, and then you have to say hockey. And he was like, I fucking hate it. Can we come up with something? I was like, that's all I think of when I see the word hockey. I think of my sophomore year Spanish teacher ranting about it. Do you guys see that TikTok? Oh, I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to say that. Do you guys see that TikTok that was like, why do boomers all sing operatically really scarily? Like, boomers were like, I can sing, and they'll be looking through you going, oh! That's so scary. Literally, Exhibit A, the lady who couldn't get on the bus. It's the lead. Yeah. I was scrolling TikTok yesterday. I felt like the credits were rolling. Yeah, it does feel like that. Like, every TikTok that I get is like people posting like, hit or miss. I guess I never miss, huh? And then like talking about how it should radicalize you that they're taking away TikTok. And I'm like, bitch, this is just another thing on the list of why I hate America. Like, this is not, if TikTok is the final straw, oh, to live a privileged life, that this is what does it for you, and not the countless other atrocities that this country has committed and towards its own people and other countries in our lifetimes. Like, that's crazy. But, you know, whatever gets you to the destination, I'll take it. It does suck, though. It's very frustrating. I saw a video that was like, so you're telling me that Republicans and Democrats were able to meet across the aisle for the first time in probably 20-something years to ban a social media app in record time, but yet... And then they listed like all these other issues that are plaguing this country, like school shootings, healthcare, etc., etc. And yet they can't find commonality on that. Really fucking exhausting to think about. Hello, Luna Montanez. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I saw one with the graduation song playing with all the memes since launch. That would make me emotional. I got, open your purse. I got her on my feed. Just being like, thank you for everything. Jimmy, I can't complain about how the kids can't pay attention because of that TikTok. Which short-form video platform should I replace with it? I thought about downloading RedNote, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, let all the like, I'm just gonna stop. I'm done making accounts. I'm done. I think I'm done making accounts. Like, maybe on the brighter side, this will be good for my like screen time, potentially. Because there's no fucking way I'm going to go to Instagram Reels. That is where comedy goes to die. And thankfully, YouTube Shorts, I only get YouTube Shorts of people that I'm subscribed to. The very few times I've actually gone to the Shorts tab, so. But I'm like, as fun as it seems to that, like, everybody has been, like, checking out RedNote and stuff, like, I think I'm just done making accounts. I can't do it anymore. I can't, like I barely use Blue Sky. I only have Instagram and Facebook to look people up. If I didn't stream, I don't know if I would have nearly as much of a presence on social media as I do. Even now, like, I feel like I've really pulled back the amount that I post and the things I post and the interactions I have with people in the last, like, 3 years. Like, I mostly tweet on my alt account. One, because it actually shows up for people. Like, I could post the same thing on my account, my Jimmy Wetzel Twitter, with like 55k followers, and it will not get nearly as many views as it would on Jimby Vivo, because that old account is, like, suppressed or something. So, that's another reason why I just use my Jimby Vivo account, because, like, that's only 4,000 of the realest motherfuckers that I know. You know? So I'm really reeling in, and like I'll tweet. There are some days where I'll tweet a few times in a day, but there are days where I will go days without posting something, which I can't say that even like 5 years ago I was doing that. And it's very healing to me. Really lowers the likelihood of you becoming Twitter's character of the day. That's for sure, because that's the worst thing that could happen to anybody. Not your main being caged. Let me out! Come on, ignorer. I've taken that post to heart. I really have. I'm staying on Twitter until the website quite literally no longer loads anything else. Yeah. I don't know if you could ever get me to delete that app, because even on a day that everyone's pissing me off, there's still some funny ass shit on that website. But I do feel like the worst people I could ever possibly meet are on Twitter. It's incredibly racist, incredibly transphobic, incredibly homophobic. But it also harbors some of the most annoying queer people that I agree with of all time. Like, you really have a really amazing way of saying something that I 100% agree with that still finds a way to piss me off. It's actually kind of incredible that I agree with everything you're saying, but it makes me mad. I don't know how they do it, but it's crazy. I miss when the trending tab wasn't complete propaganda on Twitter. Unfortunately, I've always found that, like, back when it was, like, Twitter Moments has always been just, like, rage bait inducing bullshit. Like, the first time I really had proof of this was Twitter Moments was, like, really trying to fuel, like, just use of the website. So they made it was basically the trending topic was, like, should men wear flip-flops? Should men wear flip-flops? Should men be allowed to wear flip-flops? And they were like, it was giving very Google AI like search results. And it was like, people have clashing beliefs on this. And one of the tweets that they dug up was literally like a 5-year-old tweet. I was like, so this is actually not a conversation that's happening anywhere. And you're trying to make it into one that people form an opinion about that they've never had before. I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. Like, that's so weird. That's so weird. Jimmy, is Trish going to buy TikTok on the 11th hour? The podcast does well, but I think we're going to need a couple more sponsors for TikTok to be willing to sell. I got a turf thread today, and there's like no possible way this should be on my timeline. Oh, I noticed, like, I had already been seeing crazy ass shit on my For You page for the last like year since Elon bought Twitter, but the insane uptick in just flat out racist people that I've seen on my For You page since election day when Trump won. It was like they flipped a switch to just mandatorily show you 5 racist posts a day. And it was so jarring. Also, every ad that I get is for Dark MAGA hats. Gothic MAGA. I hate people disagreeing with conservative shit on Twitter. Like, I agree, but stop putting it on my feed. Yeah, I have had to mute a lot of people that love to quote retweet, argue with people, because I'm just like, what are you doing with your mental health that you're letting this person, like, clog up your feed, your life? Like, you have to just block and move on. Because unfortunately, if they are so in deep that they are tweeting racist shit in current year, getting quote retweeted is not going to change that. And chances are they probably also have a blue check mark, so they're getting paid from people seeing those posts. So you're only helping them by taking the bait. So you just need to, like, protect your own peace by just blocking and moving on. And I know it's really hard for a lot of people to do that, but unfortunately they are so, if they are truly with their fucking face in their avatar going out there and tweeting homophobic, transphobic, racist shit, they are too far gone to fix. And having to just, like, accept that really sucks, because you want to believe in people. But it's not worth wasting your valuable time on this planet. They literally have worms for fucking brains. They love seeing you trigger. Yeah, they do. It's like, it gets off. They get off on it. I'm glad we don't know anyone personally who likes to quote, retweet, and argue. Maybe this is controversial, but I feel like SJWs, oh my god, that just took me back to 2014, are just as bad as the extreme right-wing MAGA peeps just singing a different tune. This is coming from someone who has a college diploma for social work. I definitely think there's a level of, like, chronically online infighting that a lot of people in progressive spaces tend to have with each other. And I do think that no one is perfect, and it's important to, like, address people's shortcomings, because people in progressive spaces can still have unconscious bias and say hurtful things, for sure. But I don't, yeah, I do not think they are nearly just as bad. They are annoying. It's insufferable behavior in a different genre, yeah, but definitely not as bad. I wouldn't say just as bad. I do think one of the issues in left spaces, people prefer never do any wrong over do something right, which is just unrealistic. Yeah. I understood what you meant, Ellen. I understand. It's very much like the your fave is problematic era of Tumblr. Like, we kind of are just living in that in a new form. And, like, that just doesn't really get anything done besides, like, make people annoyed. It's not a great way of enacting change. Nor inspiring unity, for sure. It def gave birth to the debate content where it's a different form of brainworms. Yeah. Like, I definitely think progressive people can also have worms for brains on social media, because they're so, like, their brains are just so addicted to the adrenaline rush of arguing with people online. It's just another form of, like, unhealthy social media use and addiction. And I choose just not to interact with it. I do have a lot of concern for, like, younger queer people who, like, are becoming increasingly, like, I don't want to say prudish, because there's nothing wrong with, like, not being a sexual being. But, like, they are regurgitating these homophobic talking points that are being, like, drip fed into their minds by conservative people that they're creating like this narrative within queer people that like queer people are inherently like more sexually deviant and perverted and unsafe to be around. And it's really sinister, and like it's very frustrating to me to see them fall for it, because it's like it's very alarming to me. Like I like the kink at pride discourse that happens like every fucking year, which is not a real issue that anyone actually has. It is a conservative talking point that every year they know queer people and left-leaning people love to kind of hear themselves talk a little bit. They know if they put an inflammatory comment online, left-leaning people will quote retweet it to give their own thoughts on the matter, because they fall for that shit, and it happens every single fucking pride, to the point now where it's like it seems like it's an actual discourse among queer people, and then conservatives can point to that and be like, see, even other gay people who we're gonna pretend that we actually like just because they agree with us, but we hate them just as much. Even other gay people don't want to see people in leather walking the streets of Pride. It's not safe for children to see. Like it's literally, you're playing right into their fucking hands. Because you just can't not tweet your opinion on something for 5 fucking minutes. I also don't think enough people are aware governments have people and bots to start infighting. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are not. I remember watching a lot of videos back in like 2016 and 17 about like, I was watching, and I don't really agree with a lot of her policies, and like policies as if she holds office, but like I used to watch a lot of Samantha Bee, and I kind of stopped watching her because she used to like make fun of Bernie supporters and was like very pro-Hillary towards the end, so I kind of tapped out. But she went to Russia and interviewed a bunch of people who were paid disinformation agents that would just like pretend to be Americans and like argue on Twitter all day. And it's crazy how like that kind of conversation nobody talks about that anymore. I wonder why. But it's a very real thing. And I can't speak for how much that happens anymore, but like literally like there are people that like literally just go online to fuck with people, and they will say inflammatory things, American or not. Like they just exist out there, and like you're just like you're harming your own mental health by interacting with it and falling for it. Like they literally like do like national polling all the time on like the news and stuff, and how like abortion, for example, is like incredibly popular among like Americans. Like the majority of Americans are like pro-choice based on like tons of different polling. But you would literally I don't want to talk about that one at all. That is like getting to a point where people will be triggered by that discussion, and I really don't want to talk about it. But what was I saying? Oh, abortion. The internet will make you think that it's an incredibly like 50-50 issue, or even more than that, that like more people are not pro-choice, like it, because it's like the amount of people that actually will argue with that is so much stronger than the people who don't fucking care and don't argue about it on the internet. It's the same with trans issues. Most people just don't give a fuck, but you wouldn't think so if you're online. Exactly. Exactly. Like, these algorithms, like, the massive majority of Americans, like, literally don't fucking care about, like, these issues. Like, they are on the side of trans people. Like, they are on the side of, like, social justice and like people's rights. Like, these they have more progressive policies on that, but it's for the people that are transphobic, they are incredibly loud about it. And these, like, media outlets love to prey on that and incite the discourse by making it seem like it is the, like, if you are a Twitter user, you probably think that, like, trans kids using bathrooms or whatever is, like, the #1 issue in America. It literally is not. But, like, these fucking homophobes and transphobes and bigots are gonna try to make you feel like it is, because that's all they fucking think about all day. But the mass majority of Americans are like, I literally work 3 jobs and I still can't pay my rent, and I don't have health insurance, and I have 4 children. Like, I don't know what to do. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Have a good night, Ellen. I hope you feel better. What kind of dressing do you like on your sandwich? I really love red wine vinegar. And I haven't had a nice club, like a deli meat sandwich with that on it in a while. But that's a sleeper hit. I'm not the biggest condiments person in general. Just because I feel like I don't like my sandwich, like, kind of falling apart as I'm eating it. Can never really go wrong with mayo for me. I'm still able to get out my TikTok account. I want to see. I literally got a pop-up. Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. Oh my god. Oh my god. This to me, my tinfoil hat is, this has been the plan the whole time. To, like, get him, like, from the most, like, dumb fucking idiots in the world to be like, thank you, President Trump, for saving TikTok. Like, it's so fucking, I can't deal with this shit anymore. Conservative TikTok is gonna gag. If a US company buys it, I won't go back. Yeah, I don't think, because the algorithm, TikTok has said that even if they sold TikTok, like the US operation of TikTok, to someone else, they would not give the algorithm because it is that valuable to them, which is the reason why a lot of places don't want to buy it, because if they're like, well, if I can't get the algorithm, I don't want it. So it's kind of like a what the hell is going to happen, because the whole reason the government banned it was because they had Meta in their ear being like, we want to buy it. Ban it so they have to sell it to us because we can't beat it. We've tried for years to beat this app and we just can't because we are horrible. And then TikTok's like, well, we're not if we sell it, we're not giving you the algorithm, which is the whole reason why you want it. So now like it literally is getting banned for who knows what reason. But yeah, if TikTok gets sold to like fucking Elon or something like along those lines, it's not gonna have the same algorithm, which is like, at that point I'm like, I'm not using this app anymore. I've even like really reeled back on my TikTok usage because like, am I sad it's leaving? Yes, because there's a lot of people that I very much enjoyed watching via TikTok. But TikTok in 2024 is not an enjoyable app for me most days. Every other post is like some fucking person being like, says something in like an inflammatory or like controversial take or just something like that, and then they say, hi, I'm so and so, I'm a licensed so and so, or like, hi, I'm so and so, I've been a longtime fan of it. Like they say, it's the formula of like saying a statement, introducing themselves, listing all of their qualifications, and then 45 seconds in they finally start talking about the topic, and it's like, I just skip. I don't fucking care. Get to the fucking point. And it's not even an attention span thing. It's a you're saying nonsense and you're annoying thing. Because I will watch like a 10-minute video still. Like I still watch long form content. But I'm not going to watch something where the person's just saying fucking nothing. But also, like, every other post on TikTok is somebody, like, eligible for commission on TikTok Shop trying to sell me mouth tape to get a fucking jawline. And the post has, like, two likes. And I'm like, are you nuts? It doesn't even work. I fell for it. I bought it because I was like, oh, this will help my breathing at night. I didn't buy it for the jawline reasons. I don't really care about that. But I was like, oh, this might help me breathe better at night. The amount of times I've gotten this fucking TikTok ad for this toothpaste that everyone claims will regrow your teeth, which is literally not possible. Like, you can remineralize your teeth, but you cannot regrow your teeth. Like, that just literally is not possible. And it's called No BS. That's what gets me too, is the people selling it, they all call it something else. Some people call it Knobs toothpaste. Other people call it No BS toothpaste. Other people will say NOBS toothpaste. Like, that shows to me that it's like, oh, this is just a bunch of idiots trying to make $5. Like, I can't deal with this. But, like, literally, like, every so often, I'll just get, like, a week where every other post is a different person trying to sell me this fucking toothpaste. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. It is very maybe Funke. So, does anyone have any positive experiences on TikTok? Like, what are we mourning for? I think, to me, it's less, I'm going to miss this app, and more, the precedent it sets for American censorship of things they don't want us. Like, TikTok has done a really, actually, like, not TikTok itself, obviously, but, like, people on TikTok, because of its algorithm and, like, the fact that it is not, like, an American affiliated, like, American government affiliated app, like Facebook and all these other ones are, they're a lot more, like, neutral about, like, what gets shown when it comes to, like, being critical of, like, the government. And the US government is not a fan of that. They are not a fan of that. So that to me is, like, what's actually concerning, is that they did not like people getting, like, growing class consciousness and, you know, their disapproval of foreign issues. And they were like, okay, we're gonna just shut that shit down. Senator literally said it was due to pro-Palestine videos that got traction on the app. That's crazy that they said the fucking quiet part out loud like that. That's wild. But yeah, it's like, it's causing, TikTok has caused a lot of, like, especially young Americans to be a lot more critical of their government than generations past. And they're not happy about that, so they're like, let's get rid of it. Which is crazy, because it is only, like, for the more passive people out there who, like, don't engage with, like, politics or, like, things like that, of that ilk, it is only made them seek it out for the first time, and actually, like, it pissed them off. So now they've just made even more people upset, because they were like, well, I didn't really care about all that woke shit, but I love TikTok. It's funny. So now they're, like, actually getting pissed about it. But yeah, I'm pretty neutral. I mean, like, emotionally, I'm not, like, mourning the loss of TikTok the way a lot of other people are. It would have been nice to have, like, been able to stream on there a few times, because I do think it would have been a great way to, like, grow my streams. But you snooze, you lose, I guess. That's on me. But I'm trying to find the bright side in it, and I think it will only help my, like, my screen time getting better. But it's a shame, because I did bookmark, like, a lot of recipes on there, and, like, restaurants in both LA and, like, other, like, in other countries if I ever wanted to visit them someday. Like, I did use the website a lot for, like, cataloging. And I'm sad I don't have that anymore. Nebula Jelly! Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it very much. I found a lot of great workout videos on there. Better than Instagram Reels, because Instagram Reels, if you look up, like, one workout video, your explore page becomes, like, a bunch of, like, steroid abusing college kids who follow Andrew Tate and listen to Aiden Ross. Like, and I don't want that. Like, I followed, like, I would get a bunch of, like, really, like, nerdy, like, they guys who are, like, there's this one guy on there that's like, hey, let's take a second and work on our posture. And he would just show how flexible he was, and, like, it was just a very, like, quaint video every single time. but like the type of absolute slop that I see on Instagram Reels is crazy. Like, it's such like, I can't even describe, because it's not like millennial humor, because like I follow plenty of millennials on TikTok. Not the ones that end up in the cringe compilations, but like I it's not that. It's like, and it's not even like normie content either. Like, I can't describe the type of like uncanny, irritating shit that like people try to pass off as like comedy on Instagram Reels. I can't describe how awful it is, but every time I see a video, I block somebody, and I'm like, this was so bad I blocked you. That's how abysmally unfunny you were just now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because I drop a lot of clunkers on my stream every single time. But I'm funny enough that nobody remembers them. And if it's not that funny, I still laughed. So, whatever. I made a lot of connections through TikTok. When I moved to a new state several years ago, I wouldn't be nearly as comfortable here if it wasn't for that. That really sucks. AI slop nightmare over there at Instagram Reels. The amount of times that I get AI generated gay bears on my fucking Instagram, and then I go and a bunch of fucking dumbass gay people that I follow are already following the account is crazy. Why are you gooning to fake men when there are dozens of beautiful real life fat guys on any given platform that you could follow? It's fucking weird. Because they're like stealing other people's real likenesses to make those fake selfies. And it's just fucking weird. It's fucking weird. I do not know what I've done to my Instagram, but the one time I scrolled Reels was the weirdest fever dream type experience. It's like, it feels like it's people still trying to do Vine humor. But it was shit that wasn't even funny on Vine. Like, I would not have laughed at this even in 2013. And it's not even like, it's like, oh, well, it's like, you know, it's older millennial humor. No, I'm seeing people who are younger than me doing this shit often. It's fucking weird. AI images are hot dogs when you think about it. And if every pork chop were perfect. No, you kind of spilled with that. Because, like, people just don't question what's in it. They just eat it. They just take it in. But is an AI image a sandwich? Sandwich. The thought of finding chopped and mashed up images of multiple men in one hot. It's weird. It's really fucking weird. There was one thing, I saw someone calling out an account that was posting AI art and editing the face to be consistent between pictures and faking being a real person. How odd. I just don't understand, like, the time it takes to, like, perfect, like, an AI prompt. Like, like, just teach yourself the skill. Like, just do it. Just teach yourself the talent. Top 3 twunks in media. Andrew Garfield has gotten pretty twunky. He's been all over my feeds lately. Fuck you, Lil Michaela. I don't know if this is still the case, but at least Lil Michaela was like very similar to like Miku, where it's like she's basically a VTuber that somebody 3D modeled. Like somebody still manually took the time to make her. I've always found her creepy, so I never interacted, but like it does not make me angry the way like AI does. People who weren't sure if she was real or not. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Hi Jimmy, would you and Callie and Oscar ever play Fall Guys together? That could be fun. I should tell Oscar about that. Because we were texting about doing Dress to Impress duos recently. I should tell him. I'm sure Callie would be down. I know Callie plays a lot of games, but I don't know just how many games Oscar plays, just because he works so much that I'm like, all I know is he plays Animal Crossing, Fortnite, and Dress to Impress. So I don't even know if he's ever even played Fall Guys, but he probably has. It's pretty popular. I wish laws would be passed to protect artists and people from AI, but our government sucks. Our government simultaneously, suddenly, are social media experts. Or at least they like to pretend they are when it comes to banning TikTok. But, like, literally, like, I have not forgotten when they were questioning Facebook, like, years ago about, like, Cambridge Analytica and stuff. And they're like, what is poking? I don't get it. What is poking on Facebook? I don't understand. I forget who it was, but someone said, how is it a national security threat when multiple politicians are on TikTok? Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember where it was either, but I remember seeing a post there like, hi, I work for XYZ. Like, I can't say who I work for, but like I work for politicians, and you would be surprised at how many of their passwords are just password, or their last name, or their birthday, or the state they live in. None of them have two-step verification on any of their devices. They don't text in encrypted channels. And yet they're worried about TikTok. Like, it's crazy. Which, I saw videos talking, I wish I could link it because it was on TikTok, but they were talking about how Instagram Messenger scours your Wi-Fi connection and tracks what you're doing on other devices. I obviously don't have the validity of, like, I don't know the validity of that statement, and I wish I could link my source. But like, why are we not pretending like the scarier surveillance is not happening on like domestic apps for like decades? like decades at this point. Do you prefer a warm toned pink or a cool toned pink? Ooh. What would you describe my keyboard? Red, thanks. Bubblegum. Cool. Yeah, I would say I prefer a bubblegum pink to like a hot pink. Like, I prefer like a Beware pink to like an Aromatisse. You should get a brown mouse to match. The pink and brown and the turquoise and brown girl aesthetic from the 2000s. I'm even nostalgic for that. My sister literally had a blanket that was pink on one side and brown on the other. I like pastels, but not too many altogether, because then it gives Easter, and I truly think that Easter aesthetic may be one of my least favorite seasonal aesthetics ever. I fucking hate seeing green and orange and purple and light blue together. Ew. That shit is nauseating. They do like the Food Network does like different baking championships now for like every season. They do like summer and Halloween and Christmas and spring. Spring baking is the grossest thing ever. Every pastry is floral flavored, and they're all using purple and green and orange together. I want to vomit. I hate watching it. It is unappetizing to me. Can we bring back Chevron? Like, wake that up. Like, the pattern or the gas company? Or they make cars? I don't fucking know. Thinking about how Trump, the first time he was in office, his Secretary of State was a man named Rex Tillerson, who was the, like, CEO of Exxon Gas. That is an Ace Attorney-ass fucking name for someone who owns a gas company. That is crazy. People are very concerned about Trump's picks for his cabinet, rightfully so. But I want to remind you that, thankfully, a lot of these fucking clowns have an incredibly short shelf life. Some of these fuckers worked for him for, like, a week, tops. So, like, don't sweat too much, thankfully. You want to know who I'm so glad? You know, unfortunately, we got rid of one evil and an even greater evil spouted up. But I am so relieved I have not had to hear from Kellyanne Conway throughout that entire last election cycle. She reminded me so much of my dad's ex-wife. So the fact that she was also saying such horrible things, I truly, like, I could not stand her. I could not stand her. It was like, like, literally, I was like, I'd rather listen to Trump. I forgot about her, Ish. Unfortunately, I could never. She pissed me off that much that I could never. Was that girl whose daughter beefed with her on TikTok? It was! It was her! Oh my god, you're right. I forgot about that. That's so crazy. I totally forgot about that. So much happens on that fucking app. And now significantly less will. But, you know, I'm sure the other countries will pick up the slack when it comes to entertaining the masses. That's for sure. I've been trying to reinstall NordVPN to see if I can still view TikToks, and it's apparently down, so I'm wondering if it's because of the ban. Apparently before VPNs became normalized, I don't know how true this is, but apparently you would get on, like, FBI watch lists if you installed a VPN. Because people would use them to, like, access the dark web or, like, pirate stuff a lot. This was like years ago. Because I was looking into one for streaming. Because I had streamer friends that were like, I just feel safer streaming with a VPN. Because I don't want somebody to find my IP address while I'm live. But this was literally like 2014, 2015. So I think as VPNs increased in popularity, I don't think they do that anymore. Because like now there's literally VPN commercials on network TV. Carlos, thank you for the 63 months. Rip TikTok as fuck. Only American tech companies can spy on us now. I definitely don't think TikTok is necessarily like immune to criticism by any means. Like their algorithm has been incredibly scary for years to me. Like I'll never forget the allegations that came out that like TikTok had an algorithm that scans people's faces for attractiveness and pushes them on For You page over like uglies. Like that stuck with me because anytime one of my videos would flop, I was like, the robots think I'm ugly. And then I'd have one pop off and be like, I'm cute. Like it's just wild. It's wild. Like I really don't think like any of these big companies are free from criticism. Like I have not forgotten years ago TikTok suppressing content about Black Lives Matter, queer people often getting banned on TikTok just for being queer. Like there's a lot of problems with TikTok, but I do think the precedent it sets getting banned is crazy. Meta wanting the algorithm like Plankton wanting the Krabby Patty formula. Literally. And then they open the book and it's a picture of Zuckerberg and they're like, what? Jimmy, are you going to join the Chinese learners now that TikTok is banned? I don't know if I'm going to download Red Note. Because I kind of am just like, I don't want more social media. Like, I just don't. I already spend too much time on my phone, and I've been doing better about it, but it's still far too much for me. People saying, OMG, Red Note is banning LGBT content. They all do that. Yeah, like, every website does that. But also, I've heard from a lot of people that, like, that's just not actually happening. So I don't really know. I'm not on it. I'm not on the app, so I don't think I will be. Mostly just because I'm just like, I just don't think I need it. Like, if TikTok comes back, cool. If it's owned by an American company, I'm not using it. But like, I just don't feel like adding a new scrolling replacement to my routine. I've literally been getting lesbian content, and I ain't even one. Sapphic S. Koopa. The S in Alex S. Koopa stands for Sapphic. Oh my god. I like seeing Americans and Chinese people interacting on Red Note and being like, oh, so that propaganda from my country was untrue. In both ways. But like, it's been very depressing to see people be like, oh, you do have to pay for ambulances? I thought that was a lie. That shit, I'm like, oh no. It just really hammers in just how fucked up this place is. I've gotten a lot of encounters in today. before TikTok was getting banned, I was seeing a bunch of Americans being like, oh, now that all those, they're putting on British accents, they're like, now that all those silly Americans are gone, now we British people can really talk about our feelings and have some real discussions. Am I right, guys?
Well,
trying to not get caught.
And I'm still living with my
Parents in Overland Park.
I have an art history degree
from a night school.
My cat just died.
I've lost 25% control of my sphincter muscles. I get a clicking sound in my jaw when I eat. I drive a 91 Dodge Neon. I have ovarian cysts. Sometimes I pee the bed still. I have alopecia. The only man who wants to fuck me is my 48-year-old manager at Pizza Street. P.S. He only has one ball. So I guess better than you. Link Hedgehog, how are you? It has been a minute. Welcome in. Thank you for the 72 months on tier 2. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're well. Why is your British accent French? Your British accent is flawless as usual. I'm getting conflicting reviews. I tried to go to Lemon 8 and they banned that too. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but I was getting a lot of notifications from TikTok today from people requesting to follow me on there. I don't know what that is. I didn't make an account. I am so confused. I'm doing well. My roommate is moving out, so I'm refurnishing the house and redecorating. So I'm doing Happy Home Designer IRL. Ooh, fun! If only you could do top-down view. We put an accent wall in our living room a few, like 2 months ago. And I was like, oh, this is so Animal Crossing. I would do this in New Horizons. Lemonade, lemonade. It's their sister app. Pepto Esper would be so cute. I do like this pink for Esper, yeah. I am very excited to get a shiny one at some point in my life. Male or female, they're both incredible shinies. I think for the playthrough, I'd prefer a female one just because the male one is more like defense oriented. Like it has prankster as its ability, so it gets like light screen and stuff like that. The female one has a higher offensive stats, which is better for main story. But I'll take either. I love them both. Don't. It tricks you into thinking you have an account, but then once you have one, you can't delete Lemonade without your TikTok getting deleted. Okay, so like that is crazy. That's nuts. And I'm like, huh, you know, maybe they're onto something. Like, ooh, that is very deceitful and weird. But like, Instagram does that with Threads and Facebook, so like... Every day I want to get rid of my Facebook, but then I remember it's a nice archive of my youth, and it's where my family members still post pictures of my baby cousins. And I'm like, whatever. Remember when you were forced to use Google Plus to comment on YouTube? Oh my god. Like, I forgot. Like, sometimes I forget about just how bad it was to use YouTube in that era. Like, the amount of times I literally thought it was gonna, like, fucking delete my account. Because I, like, signed into Google Plus. I was like, ugh, it's gonna make my YouTube account my real name. Why would I want that? I still use Facebook daily. See, I believe that for you, because you're fucking weird. I have yet to see any social media be as much of a security risk or concerning as anything by Meta. Yeah. Yeah. Facebook, I also enjoy keeping it just because sometimes it'll be like, 14 years ago, you posted this, and it's just like, ugh, homework with 0 likes, and that shit is hilarious. Eating chips, no likes. The AI babies are so cute, like, aw, they're learning to swim. Yeah, I find out all these really amazing movies that are coming out that, you know, I don't remember when they added 3 Lisas to the Simpsons family, but I'm excited for the Simpsons movie that's coming out. Back to the computer. Have you ever missed a shiny? Only in Scarlet and Violet. I missed a Phalanx that was like in this part of the camera and was only on screen for like 2 seconds, and it doesn't sparkle. Oh yeah, I reset over Chikorita. Well, that to me was like I failed. I didn't miss it. Well, I guess I did. Like, that's a shiny fail, but I'm thinking like didn't see it is more what I'm thinking. Like, I'm thinking like I saw the Chikorita. But it's not like I didn't notice it was there. I just was like in the groove and I reset way too fast. I didn't wait long enough because I immediately was like, oops. I got it in like 1,000 resets, and then to reclaim it, I had to go like 13,000. That was an early impression of you for me, by the way. Clearly a good one, because you're still here. Fuck! I was so confused seeing that clip on my feed. I was like, why? What is this? Shout out to when I was on the chopping block for calling out shiny Phalanx and the clip saved my ass. Because it is so common for people to come into shiny hunting streams and be like, was that shiny? To like troll. And I was like, if you are doing that to me, you're done. It was such an intense fuck. It was probably because like, I think like I was just getting shot at by so many people and I was like, ugh, so focused and locked in, and then I just ended up dying. Do I ever lie? Like all the time. And it's like getting old. Like, I love you. I love that you're here. But like, get a new bit. It's annoying. I hate being told fake information that wastes my time. Yeah, donate too much money to me again. I was dragging you the other day, and then somebody was like, not too much on the person who found you look like Hedgehog. And I was like, true. Milo is pawing at your face. Hi, Milo. It was literally only Alex shooting you. That makes it even fucking funnier. That is hilarious. Oh, he thinks you're a stuffed toy. Aww. I'm so full. I think the worst part about my roommate leaving is she's taking her cats. I'm gonna have to get some of my own. That'll be exciting. But yeah, thankfully I've never had to part ways with an animal that was owned by someone else. Outside of like leaving a friend's house. I had some friends that I went to their house like twice. They lived in Portland. And I went there like 2 years in a row for a gaming convention. And their dogs, there were so many people at that party in their house, but their dogs, like all three of them, honed in on me. And it was like truly the most incredible feeling I've ever had in my life. Like they would not leave my side. It was wild. So many people to pick and they chose me. I loved it. They were so cute. Did you see that a streamer did a face reveal and it ended up being the actor who played young Sheldon's sister? I did see that. I didn't know who the hell that was, so it didn't gag me, but that is funny. Portland mention. I would love to go. The only time I've ever been to Oregon is for Portland Retro Game Expo, which is such a fun convention name. But I don't really like know, like I've never like explored Portland as a city, really. I've explored Seattle more, but I've been there more times. But yeah, usually when I go, the only thing I do is go to the convention. So I've never really had time to like really explore the city very much. I've always wanted to. We're like a less crowded Seattle with less hills. So many of my YouTuber friends moved to the Pacific Northwest back in the day, and I was really gonna do it. But I couldn't afford it. So I stayed in New York for a few years, and then I'm here now. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't move there, because I don't really talk to a lot of them anymore. Not by choice. We just are very different people, but I would like, damn, I would have moved there and then like probably not connected with them nearly as much. And then I've been like, well, now I'm stuck here. I'm glad I chose LA. I might have an opportunity to go to Seattle soon. Did you enjoy it? Yes. Capitol Hill is a really great area. It's very queer. It can be pretty expensive from what I've heard, but I've stayed with friends that lived there before, and it was so cool and really walkable, and like feels like a small town, but it's a part of a city. It's a very cool vibe. I think you'd fucking love it. I've never been to P-Town, but I feel like the vibe of like every business is a queer-owned small business vibe would be very your alley. Seattle's super expensive. Be prepared to pay $16 for a sandwich. Unfortunately, Jacksonville, Florida ended up being very much comparable to that. It's kind of just everywhere is like that right now. Like, our first apartment in Jacksonville, it was a 3-bedroom, and I think we paid like $2,000, which was like already on the steep end, but like we were able to do it. But then we were like, we don't need 3 bedrooms. Like, we can make a 2-bedroom work. So we downsized. But our next place was only like $50 cheaper than that for a 2-bedroom, because within a year, prices just went fucking crazy. So we saved a little bit, but not a lot. I think our rent was more like $22 in Jacksonville. But when they were evicting us, well, when they were raising our rent high enough that we would never consider staying, which is basically they wanted us out of there. They were raising our rent by $400. We were going to be paying almost closer to $3,000 than $2,000 for a 3-bedroom in fucking Jacksonville, Florida, the city of nothing. Like, you're fucking insane for that. That was when we were like, why don't we just live in California? Because if we're already going to be paying almost the exact same in Jacksonville than we would here, with a like vastly different quality of life, why don't we just fucking do it? And we were gonna, the first like year we lived in Jacksonville, we were considering like just like, fuck it, let's just fucking do it. Let's just like, we'll just make it happen. Like, let's just like, on a whim, move to LA, which I'm so glad after like 2 days we decided not to do that, because I don't know if we would have been able to stay, because we were not in a good financial situation to do it. But we were just like, we had just gotten like 3 fucking homophobic people bothering us in a row in Jacksonville, and we were just like at our limit, and they raised our rent, and we were like, we just don't want to be here. We decided spend another 16 months at a cheaper place to save some money and really plan our move. And I'm glad, you know, it all worked out. I moved here at just the right time. I got an amazing job that pays well and creatively fulfills me, and I've gotten to meet amazing people through it. So it all worked out. But God, the almost 3 years I lived in Jacksonville I don't miss it. I really don't. The levity in my fucking life that I have, that I did not like, I really felt such a level of hopelessness when I lived there, that like even on a good day I was still cast with this shadow of like, my life cannot move forward here. No matter what I try, there's just nothing for me here, and it was very depressing. So I'm very relieved to be out of there. You were counting them days. I really was. There was a point we in our last place in Jacksonville, the one with the roaches, we signed our lease. It was a 16-month lease, but we were like, we're gonna only spend like 6 months here, and then we'll just like break the lease, because we're just using it to save for more time to like plan to move to California. And then we were like, well, I feel like that $3,000 we'd probably have to spend to break the lease would be better saved towards the move. Like, we'd just be eating money. Like, as much as it sucks, we should just be smarter and stay. But it was very depressing for me, Christmas 2022, to realize I have to wait until next Christmas to move out from here. Like, it just felt like an eternity. Like, on Christmas Day, having to think about next Christmas, it just feels like it's 10 years away. And January and February 2023 were really tough for me mentally. I called my dad a lot. I visited home a lot, because I couldn't deal. I was like, because I didn't want to vent about it to Dallas too much, because like, he's in the situation too. So I'm just gonna end up, he's fine. He loves me and he will listen to me. But like, smoke alarm's going off. Somebody threw their trash down the trash chute and it hit something. There's no fire. This happens twice a week at minimum. It's literally the trash ricocheting through the trash vent. It, like, on its way down, it hits something and it triggers the fire alarms. It's crazy. So sorry if you can hear it. You probably can't. I've been told that people can't hear it, but if you can, I'm sorry. But yeah, I like felt bad like constantly complaining about it to Dallas, because like, what is there to do in the immediate future? Like, it's just gonna make us both depressed. So I would call my dad a lot. I'd be like, I can't do it. But, and he was very sweet. He was like, what can I do to help? And I'm like, that's not your problem. Like, that's incredibly sweet that he's like, I'd love to help you. Like, give you some money, give you a couple $100 towards breaking your lease. And I'm like, that is just not smart for anybody. Like, it was very sweet. But I was like, please don't. Like, I'm in my 20s. This is my choice. I need to deal with that, you know? But I would call him a lot and just like be depressed. And then I'd be like, I need to come home for a weekend. Which would only make me more depressed having to leave New York fucking City to go back to Florida. And and that was something that really pissed me off too about our second apartment, was they lied to us about it's fun when I come sprinting here when the fire alarms go off. Yeah. I was curious if you were lurking, because I was like, oh, here they go. If it's a real issue, I'm sure Hannah would have texted me already. He did drive across the country alone with all your stuff. That's a big deal. Oh, yeah. Like, my dad he's very helpful, and I gratefully appreciate that. And, yeah, I hope I didn't sound like I wasn't. Like, I felt, like, bad, like, taking his help that he was offering is more what I was trying to say with that. It was very sweet that he was offering, but I was like, I can't, like, that just, I won't sit right with me. Like, cause like, this landlord does not deserve any of our dollars for breaking a lease, let alone not even my own, you know? But one of the things that really bothered me about our second place was, so they told us that we would have, so our first place, one of the things that we really liked was we had AT&T fiber internet. And we were like, oh, we need fiber internet in order to both stream at the same time. Sorry, I need to close my door. They opened it. Hi, puppies! You guys can be in here, but I have to close my door. The beeping is a little too loud. Hi, puppies. Oh, it stopped. Hi, guys. Hi, my babies. Hi, my guys. Hello, puppies. Hi, guys. You want treats? Here you go, Ruby. Here you go, Soda. Hi, my babies. Hi. Hi, guys. Alright, see you guys later. Anyway, so what I was saying, so when we were first like looking to move out of our first Jacksonville place, we were toying with the idea of moving to Orlando instead of Jacksonville. One of the reasons why we chose Jacksonville was because on paper, it is the biggest city in Florida. What they don't tell you is that it's a sprawl city that is mostly suburban sprawl and swamps separated by highways. So it sucks. It fucking sucks. So we were like, okay, well, Dallas's siblings all of his siblings and their partners that we love as well live in Orlando. And Dallas lived in Orlando, and whenever I'd visit him while we were long distance, I really liked it. So we were like, let's look at Orlando. And the prices were pretty comparable to Jacksonville, which is crazy because Orlando is so much better. But the internet options were pretty bad, or so we thought, right? Orlando did not have the same amount of like fiber internet options as Jacksonville. And I was like, well, both of us were like, well, this streaming is like our main source of income at the time, you know? Like we need to both be able to stream. We can't afford to save while also like taking shift days where like one of us is not streaming. So we were like, okay, we need to. Unfortunately, we need to stay in Jacksonville for the fiber internet. So we toured our apartment, our second apartment in Jacksonville, and they told us like, yeah, AT&T fiber does service this area. Blah 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 blah. They told us all this stuff, and they had a great deal for a 16-month lease. Like it was pretty cheap rent. All these things, right? So then, like we've moved in, and like we're getting ready to set up our internet, and there's no option for fiber. They just lied to us. And Xfinity, like cable internet, worked completely fine for both of us to stream at the same time. Like we didn't need fiber internet after all. We thought we would because everybody on the internet was telling us we would, but we don't. And we don't have fiber internet now, and we both can stream just fine. Like it works just fine. So not only were we annoyed that like the complex lied to us about what internet service providers serviced our area, we were also annoyed because like we didn't even need to stay in Jacksonville for the fiber. We could have moved to Orlando and gotten pretty good internet still. So it was just like a bunch of like things that's like, like we're just fucking stuck here, and like it was just very annoying. But you know, it builds character. I don't even want to talk about the roaches. I don't even want to talk about them. I don't want to bring that negative energy back into my life. But I literally like, I think since moving here, we've had in like the last year, we've had maybe like 4 roaches. Most of them were when we first moved here because they probably like snuck in to our boxes. But like truly, like while we've been living here, I've seen 3 roaches, I think, in the entire year. Which is like pretty typical for like a city, I feel. But like my heart still like drops when I see one because I just literally have like a fucking trauma response now from our last place being so infested. It was so horrible. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. The level of infestation our building had. Because it wasn't our fault. They were there. The first day we moved in, we were seeing them. And we thought like, oh, the place has just been empty. Like, they'll eventually go back into hiding and not fuck with our apartment anymore. No. And it only got worse. Like, it literally, I would see, I'm not exaggerating, like easily 30 a day in our apartment. They would crawl out of the outlets. If you unplugged something from the wall, 3 roaches would instantly crawl out of the outlets. 30. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating at all. I had several fall on me while I was asleep, fall into the bed. We had this adhesive. I had one crawl across my webcam while I was streaming. We had this adhesive that so Ruby would, when she was a puppy, she would chew our Ethernet cables, but we have to use Ethernet to stream. It's more reliable than Wi-Fi. So we would wrap the cable around the wall of the living room into our offices, and then we would cover it in this like plastic case that sticks to the wall with like a sticky tack, right? So when it came time to move, we were removing the Ethernet cable like guard from the wall. And it's like in segments, right? Little plastic segments that you can decide how many you want to use. So I took off one like foot-long segment of this plastic guard, and attached to the adhesive was easily 20 roaches that got caught in it and died. In just one part of it. I didn't even bother removing the other like 20 pieces of plastic because I'm sure it would be the same thing every single. It was so disgusting. We took a lot of pictures as well of them if they like tried to keep our security deposit, but they kept a lot of it and we just kind of didn't care to fight them. We just wanted to be done with them. But yeah, I don't even know if it was necessarily even one of our like neighbors in the building that was like nasty. Very well could have been. But I think the building was just like managed by the most inept people possible. And it doesn't help that Florida is incredibly wet, humid, and swampy. So it's naturally going to be a better environment for those types of bugs to nest in. And I just think that there was just like a point of no return where they would literally need to burn the building down. Like they literally like lived in the foundation of the walls of the entire building. Like no amount of like fumigation could possibly fix that. Is that the one where they didn't give a fuck about the AC? No, that was our first place where our air conditioner didn't work. And in some of my old VODs that were streamed during the summertime, I have a fan, a fucking like 2 inches from my face, and a bottle of mist, like a squirt bottle. I mist myself every 5 seconds, and then they would cool me down on the fan because our apartment, it was on the top floor, so the sun is beating down on it all day, and the AC just didn't work. So it would literally get to be like 97 degrees in our apartment, even with the air conditioner like on. And we called maintenance like 3 different times to ask them to fix it. And they were like, they laughed at us. They were like, sorry, man, that's Florida. No, Dallas has lived in Florida his entire life. Like, fuck you. And we didn't have issues with our air conditioning at the next place. Like, it was literally like the AC was just broken and they just didn't want to spend more than 2 seconds in our building to fix it. And it just like, ugh, that was like unlivable. Like, there were days where I literally, like, couldn't stream because I couldn't fucking sit in my office and work. Because, like, with all my stream lights and everything, it just makes it even more warm. It was just unhealthy. So, yeah, I would just, like, spend the entire day in the bedroom, which had a ceiling fan. That was, like, the only room in our apartment that would get remotely cool. I have not had a maintenance issue at our current apartment that I've like needed to get maintenance at, like, but I have the only time I needed to talk to the maintenance guy was when the parcel lockers that we have at our building like wouldn't open, so I like needed him to manually open it for me, but he was very nice. I like him. Our place, I really like our apartment. The only issues that I have are our lobby's been closed for like almost 5 months now because they've been renovating it, but they keep like getting bought by different people, so like the renovations stop and then have to start again under new management, and it's just like kind of a mess, and it's been causing like our mail to not get delivered properly and like packages to be stolen because they're not able to, like, the delivery people are not able to get into the mail room because the lobby's closed. So they just leave the shit outside the building on the sidewalk that there's like 150 pedestrians an hour, like, and it just gets stolen. So that's been a little annoying, but I'm like kind of gagged at like how harmless and like how actually pleasant it's been this last year at our apartment. Like I really have no complaints, knock on wood. Like, I'm very grateful because my last 2 places have just been hell in completely different ways, so. Four. Okay, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'm still gonna keep going because my last 2 streams have been pretty short, but I'm getting some good encounters in and enjoying the chats tonight. So I'd like to keep it going to at least 4 hours. But I'll be right back and use the bathroom, get some more water, There we go. Hello. I was just thinking again about the TikTok like message that they sent out and how it name drops that they're gonna try to work with Trump. And it's like, he absolutely said, like, if you want my help, you need to be praising me on this app any chance you get, or else I'm not gonna help you, because this is literally like a PR stunt for me now. Like, it's so like painfully obvious. It's kind of crazy. Like, the fact that they literally have a push notification being like, President Trump is gonna help us, is fucking wild. Has the guy blasting music still doing that below your window? Yeah. He'll come back into the garage at like 1 a.m. blasting music from his motorcycle, and it's really loud and obnoxious. This is 100% him trying to get the younger generation to like him. Yeah. I hope the younger generation doesn't fall for this BS. They will. Most people will, unfortunately. And it's not even young people. It, like, so many people, a variety of demographics, will be like, oh, you know, good on Trump, getting TikTok back. Maybe, you know what, I kind of, this guy's crazy, but he got TikTok back. Like, that was pretty cool of him. I kind of like this guy. Maybe he's not all bad. Like, it's literally, like, that's what it's gonna be. The bar is in hell, yeah. But, you know. Him originally being the one to introduce the ban. I have seen that. I haven't seen any sources on that, but I don't doubt the validity of it. That's why I haven't brought it up. Also, not to be like incredibly vain, but like, my arms look huge today. Yeah. Hello, Mando. Big bull. What? Anyway, so Jimmy, you look amazing and fit as hell. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've been feeling very good lately. I'm very excited for this year. I'm really like, I feel like last year I built up the routine. This year I'm building up to like have the diet supplement the routine, and really bulk up like crazy. It was very nice finally hitting 200 pounds. I felt very much quieted the voices in my head of like, that are still like, you're scrawny, like, honey, the numbers don't lie. Like, having that factual like deterrent for my OCD and insecurities was very freeing. Honestly, you're giving AI bar a T. I would like to be 210, 215 by the end of this year. Easier said than done, but I need to start a routine because like I got a much better diet than where I was 2 years ago, but I gotta exercise. It's tough. It's tough to get the ball rolling. Like there, even like we took 3 weeks off because Dallas was out of town, and I was just like just chilling for Christmas. Like I just didn't care. And like even like once he got home, like being like, all right, we gotta go. Like it kind of felt like I was like really pulling fucking teeth to get myself out of bed to do it. But after I really feel like after like a month of like going at least twice a week, like you start to be like, well, what if I went like 3 days in a row? And then what if I went like 5 days in a row? And like really, as long as you're going at least like twice a week, even just once a week, like that is incredible. And there is a certain point where like you're going too much and you're not giving your body enough time to recuperate, but that's only like if you're really interested in like weight training or like bodybuilding or whatever. Like we go like usually 4 to 5 times a week, and I work different things each day, so I give my body rest in between. Do you follow a specific routine or guide? So I didn't for a really long time. I just kind of made sure to like hit parts of my body that I wanted to focus on, but one of my oomfies on Instagram is a bodybuilder and personal trainer. I don't know, I think they do, but they sent me their routine, and it's pretty intense, and I've been like doing like maybe like 70% of it every time I go to the gym, if the machines are and like the weights that I want to use are available. And I've already noticed like an improvement in my strength just in like maybe like 2 months of doing that. Like I can do a bicep curl with like a 30-pound weight with ease now, whereas before I felt like I was stuck at like 20 for a really long time, which is very nice. So I'm definitely interested. There's a YouTuber that I really like that I found through Hassan because he was watching their videos once. His name is Jeff Nippard. He just put out a book, which I kind of want to buy, but I might wait till it's on paperback. But he does really great like YouTube shorts about like workouts, and he does like a lot of like science-based like training and like how to properly do a set to like really maximize stuff. And it's like so like not bro-y content that I actually really respond to it very well. Hi, Rooney. Come on in, Rooney. Do you care about what body fat percent at 210? Not really, no. I have no interest in, like, abs whatsoever. I like the chunkier, fluffier look anyway. Jeff Nippard is so scrumptious. He's very hot. He's very attractive. His triceps are insane. Like, that to me is like, if I could fucking siphon any part of his body and put it on my own, it would be those. They're wild. And my favorite part is a lot of the like really douchey, bro-y type gym guys that like make content fucking hate him because he's so much smarter than them. And they can't handle it. They can't handle not being like the authority on information. It's so funny. But yeah, he's a great resource. One of the broy guys punched him at the gym. I heard about that. I don't follow that world. I don't really know any of the other people that are in that sphere, because if they show up on my feed, I block them because they're annoying. But I did hear that this like fucking like crazy roid rage douchebag dude like punched him or pushed him or something. Because like for what? Like over fitness YouTube drama? Like that's so embarrassing for him. But like, if you hated him, for being popular, like that just made more people like ride for this guy. Like it was a net negative for the guy who punched him. My girl. I love my girl. Ruby. Hi, baby. I see that tail going. Oh, you can't see through my leg. Hi, Scuba. Hi, Scooby. My girl. Hi, my baby. Hi, baby. Hi, Ruby. I love you. I love you so much. My best girl. Whenever it's just me and Ruby in here, I'm just like, I just get really emotional. Because I'm just like, oh. Like, I love Soda so much. I love both my dogs equally. But, you know, I've had Ruby for longer. And I've just been through a lot more with Ruby. Because Soda, we've only had him since July. Which is crazy, because it feels like I've had him for years. And I get very, like, that's my girl, man. That's my dog. That's my girl. Soda, he kind of don't know what the hell's happening ever. And I love him dearly. He's my cuddly little baby, and he sleeps on my lap while I work all the time. Like, I love him so much. But it's a different type of bond that I've got with my girl. And, like, I love Soda, but if I'm working till, like, 3 a.m. on the podcast, he does not come in here to check on me. Ruby will come in here and just lay with me, because she's like, damn, he's up late. He needs company. It's, you know, she's sweet. She's such a sweetie. You're so loving. I love you, Ruby. My girl, yeah. My sweet girl, yeah. Soda does not get the communal brain cell often. He really doesn't. He really fucking doesn't. It's like actually a little alarming. I'm gonna get so into fitness and out gym you. Ooh. Not the bodybuilder Barbie in chat. That's crazy. I get emotional too when I think about my friends. Yeah, sometimes I'll be on Discord with like a lot of my friends, and like we're all just like playing Fortnite together, and like some people are playing Fortnite, some people are drawing, and like some people are playing Genshin, and we're just like all like parallel playing. I'm like, oh. Like I have love for everyone that I've had the pleasure of calling a friend in my life. Even ones that, like, I had to pull away from because they were not nice to me, and I just was like, I need to not be your friend anymore. I'm still like, I hope they're well. But the people that I have in my life at this point in time have been in my life probably the longest, and I just have, like, the most in common with, and, like, such deep connections with that I just get very, like, oh. I'm just so fortunate that I've like finally found like my true crew, you know? It's very nice. I'm very lucky. And I hate them. They're stupid and annoying and I hate them. I tell my friends I love them all the time. It's the best. They're like a second family to me. It's amazing when you finally have that. I think for me, it was the difference between the friends I have now and the friends I had my entire life, online and in like school and stuff, is the friends I have now, I can genuinely like say like, I think that like they think about me when I'm not around. Positive or negative. They're making fun of my stupid antics and annoying traits. Or they're like talking about, like, I just like, I know that like they think about me throughout the day. Maybe not every day, but you know, I come across their mind where like in other friendships that I've had, it's been a lot more one-sided on my part, I feel. And like they never made me feel bad, but I definitely don't think that I was always their first thought when they were like, I want to hang out with somebody, you know? So I'm very fortunate now. I need those types of friends. I do feel that it's tough to make friends, but I do feel like there are people out there for everyone. platonically, romantically, if that's something you're interested in, like, they're out there. You will find the person. You'll find the group of people that you really fit with. Yeah, when Rich brings you up in voice chat, I'm like, OMG, Rich, stop giving all his weaknesses. If you watch my streams long enough, I fucking give them to everyone for free, so... Like, it's nothing I probably haven't said before. I haven't felt that since high school. I wish I could go back in time to experience it again. I don't talk to a lot of my high school friends very much. But, like, I keep up with them on, like, Instagram and stuff, and I have love for them. But they're all just, you know, doing very different things in life. But even then, like, I definitely think that a lot of them were closer with each other than they were with me. And, like, it's not like they ever made me feel excluded, but, like, they all did, like, cross-country and track together, and I didn't want to do that. They all had a lot of the same classes together, because they were, like, in honors and AP, and if I applied myself, I probably could have gotten into a lot of those classes, but, like, I didn't want to. I did not like the workload that they would bring, so I didn't do those. You know, like, there were very objective reasons why they were closer with each other than they were with me, and I did not feel offended by that, because, like, I could very easily change that if I wanted to. I could have joined all of the same clubs and stuff. But I was like, no, I don't want to do anything after school. I work on YouTube videos. That's what I do after school. We hang out in school, and it's really great, but I don't really need to hang out with anybody outside of school. I do YouTube. Occasionally we'd hang out on, like, a weekend or something, but you know, it was fine. But it's nice to have that now as an adult. Because, like, I really don't, like, honestly, until, like, really, like, the pandemic. Because, like, I met a lot of, like, the people who are, like, my mods, who are my friends. I met a lot of them through, like, my streams from, like, during COVID. And a lot of them, like, have watched me for a long time, but, like, I just wasn't, I don't know, I just was not, I felt, I had, like, made friends with people who had watched my stuff before, and we just, I don't know, I felt like I was annoying to them, or, like, I don't know, I just felt like they got bored of me, so I was hesitant to make internet friends again. But I needed it because I was bored. And really the only people that, like, I have known pre-COVID that I interact with on a daily basis are Mel and Taylor. I think. Everyone else, I think, became, like, mods and friends of mine during the pandemic. Even when we have, like, our, like, mod Discord, a lot of, like, my mods were talking to each other on voice channel with each other, like, for a good, like, year before I finally had the courage to join, because I was, like, anxious to talk to them, like, which is so stupid, because, like, of course they like me, but I was like, oh, are they gonna like me? You were like, this is so unprofessional. A little bit. Like, I was like, I don't know. Because, like, I had in the past, like, made friends with people who were, like, they enjoyed my streams. They enjoyed my YouTube videos and whatnot. And, really only, like, one person revealed that they liked me in a romantic way, and I did not reciprocate that, but I still wanted to be their friend. but they had a lot of like mental health struggles, and they did not take it very well, and it was very uncomfortable for me to be on the receiving end of a lot of their very turbulent rants that were not nice, and it kind of like made me not want to meet. I never wanted to befriend anybody through the internet ever again. So I was kind of uncomfortable with that for a good like 2 years after that. So I like really needed to like wait a long time before befriending anyone that I met via like my chat ever again. And thankfully, like, it's been cool. It was like a one bad experience, but everyone else has been great. So, and like, I don't have any ill will towards that person, and it didn't in the moment either. It was not fun to be on the receiving end of the verbal abuse, but like, I knew it wasn't really about me, so it didn't hurt my feelings. But I was like, I did have to block their number, because I was like, I just like literally like I can't have this showing up on my phone every 5 minutes. Like, it's crazy. But like, I hope that they're well. I'm sure that they're great. A few months later, they started dating somebody else, and I really liked that person, and I was happy to see like when they'd post with each other. I still find that one clip I found of you referring to Anne by her old username when she subbed. It sounded so wrong. Esperhand, thank you so much. Yeah, me and Alex are good now. What are we at? 3 hours? I think I'll try to make it to 4 hours. I'd love to see if I can make it to 1,000 encounters, but I don't think that'll be possible because I only made it to 510 in 3. And I really haven't like stopped and not encountered things very much this stream. Like, I've been able to keep my train of thought and get really into certain topics, but still like get my encounters in as well. So, I don't know if that'll happen, but definitely can get to 600. Been lurking while I draw. I think about old friends a lot. Even if I know they're not the best now, I really do hope they're happy. It's a weird feeling. It is. There are friends of mine that, like, sometimes, like, I like, will have a dream about them that I haven't talked to in a really long time. There's one friend in particular that I dreamt about recently, where I dreamt about like forgiving them, and then when I woke up, I kind of was just like, maybe I should reach out and just be like, hey, I hope you're cool, like. And then I remembered a lot of the really bad things that they did to not just me but other people, and I was like, no, fuck them, I'm gonna kick their ass. Actually, fuck you. I literally only have that energy for like one person in my entire life, besides my dad's ex-wife. But I would never fight her, because why would I ruin my quality of life by, like, karma will get that woman eventually for the abuse that she inflicted upon me and my sister for 7 years. You're at a good place for random encounters. Yeah, oh, good pace. Both are true. This route is cool as fuck. I would be fine with phasing on like really anything here besides Kecleon. And even then I'd be like, what a weird shiny to get. I have a good feeling it'll be Esper though. They're pretty common. Esper or Sword. Honedge. Jimmy, my friends are my power, Wetzel. What if you named your shiny after Anne? Wouldn't be the first time. That's for sure. I would give anything to just hunt in grass, man. Yeah, I feel like how many encounters or how many resets you've done for Zapdos, at that point I would just stick with it, but there's nothing wrong with going somewhere else for a bit. I did that for a while I was doing the starters. I didn't get anything, but I did. I did some Panpours here and there. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a quitter. It's a pauser, thank you very much. It's a hiatuser. I've thought that, but I keep thinking, what if it's the day? It's today that I find it. True. I'm starting my leaf green Bulbasaur hunt now, even though I haven't gotten Crystal Cyndaquil yet. Resets there were just too long. The only shiny I've ever gotten in Gen 2 was on... I got a random Rattata when I started... Before the eShop shut down. Like, the eShop had shut down, but you could still download... You could still buy games from Nintendo's website and download them to your 3DS via Spot Pass. So I did that for Pokemon Crystal on my 3DS XL. And I was playing it, and I found a shiny Rattata in the Sprout Tower. And I was like, oh. Oh! It was random, it was cool. I didn't even see it sparkle. I, like, was watching TV, and I looked down at my screen, and it was a shiny rat. I was like, oh! Hello. Fun. The sparkle animation for that game is so wild. Let's hear it. But yeah, that's the only Gen 2 shiny I ever found, I think. I'd love to do some crystal hunts someday. Like, the Celebi. I could do that on these. I can multi-control them with the controller mod. I haven't been getting distracted very much. Literally opening a different fucking game right now, mid-hunt. There it is. Like, shut the fuck up. That's so fucking cool. Gold and Silver OST hits. Yeah. I just love Johto. I remember I rented Crystal from Blockbuster. I had only played Pokemon Blue. And I remember seeing Crystal at Blockbuster, and it was a one-day rental. And I rented it. And I was so, like, so perplexed by... I was too young to, like, really understand what I was doing. And I was, like, just looking around, like, the shade of brown that they used for, like, your bedroom in Crystal, like, when you first start the game, was... I was like, whoa. This is so, like, weird. Like, it just felt... I think especially because, like, there was somebody else's file already on it. So I was, like, I was, like, taking a peek into somebody else's life for a minute. such a feeling that I don't know how to explain, but it was cool. Like, I was intrigued. And I don't remember getting very far in the game at all, especially because I didn't know what to do, but I also had to return it the very next day. And then I did finally get Gold and Crystal, or Gold and Silver, because my mom's friends' 2 sons, who are older than me, they let me have their copy of Gold, Silver, and Yellow. In Gold and Silver, the battery had run dry. So I would just play as far as I could, and then I would just stop. But that wouldn't be until I was like in 5th grade. I would get those. But yeah, I got Pokemon Blue and my Game Boy Color when I was like 5. And then the summer before in like 2003, I was going into 1st grade, I think. My dad got me a Game Boy Advance SP and Pokemon Ruby. And that was like mind-blowing to me. Like, I love Hoenn. A lot of nostalgia for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I replay those games all the time. I vividly like remember like finally getting to dive, and like I caught like an entire box of Chinchou just because I thought they were so cute. Good times, good times. Hello, Misa. Welcome to the stream. Unless you're a lurker and you are here all the time, in which case, thanks for chatting. Appreciate it. Well, hello. Hope you're having a good night or morning. This song being in this playlist is so funny to me. I just joined a couple of minutes ago. Well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I have noticed in the last few weeks, not just from like the podcast, but just in general, I have noticed a lot of new people finding my streams. And I really wonder if, and I've noticed it mostly since I got my new computer, and I really wonder if like Twitch, like, because my streams would crash so many times, they didn't like put me very high in like game categories, because they were like, this person's stream goes down all the time. But since I got my new computer and that does not happen anymore, I feel like my notifications have actually been going through to people again. Your boss randomly popped up on my YouTube feed maybe 3 weeks ago. I've been loving your Animal Crossing VODs. Thank you. Oh, your VODs. I was gonna say, you randomly came across Trisha Paytas? I feel like everyone knows who she is. I texted her today. I was like, when you're in Texas on your 30-city tour, by the way, which is crazy, and it's all sold out, like, she's a star. I love her. But I texted her today. I was like, when you're in Texas, you need to get Whataburger, specifically the honey butter chicken biscuit. It is my mission in life to make sure every person I know tries that food, because it is so fucking good. And she was like, it's on my list. That's like the only thing I missed from Jacksonville, was that we had Whataburger. And there were like 5 in just Jacksonville. It's like the only part of Florida they were in. It was so weird. I wish they would open some in LA. It's probably, I wonder why they don't. I wonder why they won't expand. Because there's like 800 in Texas. And like it would be poppin' in LA. Just for the fact that it's a major city. Like, I think it would be a great investment, but Whataburgers here must suck ass because I'm such an auntie. To be fair, I really would only go there for the honey butter chicken biscuit. Like, I think the burger is fine. The honey butter chicken biscuit is the reason to go there to me. Their fries are comparable to McDonald's to me. I do like their fries. And their shake machine was never broken for me. Oh, ew! Ew. Ew. Talking about them, I got a fucking push notification for them. I've not got a push notification for Whataburger in over a year. Because I don't fucking use the app anymore. I don't live in Florida. I haven't ordered from them. That's weird. You have enough rewards for a free honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich junior. Order now and enjoy. Ew. Ew. That's so scary. And banning TikTok is what they feel is the biggest priority. And not that scary ass shit. Apple settled this, but they didn't want... because they didn't want to admit Siri. Yeah, so Apple is being sued for Siri always listening to you, which is something that people have memed about since the invention of Siri. Like, that has been a thing that, like, your phone's always listening, and, like, Apple did not want to take it to court because they knew it would come out that they do that. So they settled out of court. So there's a huge settlement now that you can claim if you've owned like any iPhone in the last like 10 years. You get like $20 per device. Same thing happens to me with Reddit. I get recommended subreddits to things I talk about. That's crazy. The only stuff the only Reddit I really ever used to use was the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. subreddit and then the Steven Universe one. One of those shows has no active fan base, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one. And then the only stuff I ever see for Steven Universe is like people just like, what's your most unpopular, what's your least favorite thing about Connie? What's your least favorite thing about Lapis? Like, and I'm like, this is so like, what a horrible form of content in like farming. Like, how negative. Literally nothing. Connie's amazing, actually. My Siri is enabled because I do use it, but not... Actually, I don't remember the last time I used it. I use the voice, like dictation a lot, where I don't want to type out what I'm saying to somebody, and I'll, like, have my phone, like voice to text. I could not think of the word. I use that a lot. That's not really Siri. But honestly, I have not asked it a question since, like, my iPhone 4. When it was, like, a new thing. Because, like, nowadays, it's fucking stupid as hell. It, like, doesn't have an answer anymore. I got a Google Home for free because I was a New Yorker with Spotify. I'm not even kidding. That was like a real promotion that they were like, if you live in New York State and have a Spotify account, Google will send you a Google Home Mini for free. And I was like, fuck yeah. Because it was really nice because I could control my Chromecast with it. I could play Spotify with it. I really liked it when I lived at home. But I never got around to setting it up when I moved to Florida. So I haven't used it in like 3 or 4 years. I thought that was just for everyone during the pandemic. No, mine was definitely pre-COVID. I got mine like 2 years before COVID. I remember I had it when I was with my ex-boyfriend, because I would we would be watching Defunct Land and start making out. And I'd be like, okay, Google, pause. Oop. I accidentally slammed my fucking 3DS shut. Oopsie. Yeah, it's nice. It was nice for Spotify. That was like really my main use for it. That and alarms. I would use it to set an alarm. And I would be like, snooze for 15 minutes. A lot of you were gay in the Garfield Dark Ride. I got a lot of people telling me about their first gay experiences in the Garfield Dark Ride. Hi, Ruby. Soda Boy, too. Oh my god, I'm blessed with both my babies in this time. He's already like, come get me. Come pet me. Hello, mister. Oi, mister. You me dog? Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. You're so cute. I love you, little man. And my Ruba. And my girly. My Ruby girl. My Soda Boy. Soda Boy and Ruby girl! Bye, guys. See you later. Away they go. She is so precious. Spotify alarms or rain noise. Ooh, that was a big one too. Yeah, I used to have my Google Home play cricket noises sometimes so I could fall asleep. There was like a good month where every night I would play cricket sounds because it made me feel like I was like visiting my family in Pennsylvania in the summertime. I'm looking at adopting an 8-year-old dog. I'm meeting him next week. That's really amazing. Adopting a senior dog. I think someday, maybe when I'm a lot older and more financially stable, I would like to do that. Because those dogs need homes and they don't get adopted nearly as frequently because it is a financial investment to, like, you know, pay for aging animals' care. Especially if once they reach like 10 years, if they are a smaller dog, they tend to live a little bit longer. It's a lot. But they are just, it's such a level of like, the bond with like a senior pet is just so deep. There's nothing like it. Even if they're like, even if you adopt them when they're older, like, they're just like, you could tell that they're just like, thank you so much. Have a good night, Link Hedgehog. Take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by today. I appreciate it. My Chihuahua's turning 11 in April. He has like 4 surgeries in his life. God, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, sometimes that's just how it is. I always felt so touched whenever an older dog would play with me when I was at the daycare, especially if they were usually standoffish. I know! Getting that little, like, I fuck with you. It means so much. Hi guys, welcome back. They're like, hey, we're getting tired of you not being, on the couch. Can you change that? Why aren't you on the couch? That's where we are. Can you be there too? Where are you going? What are you doing back there, little fucker? What is your deal? Bye. It's so funny to me for him to like wander around the apartment by himself. Because first of all, he's so new to it that like, how do you even know where everything is already? But also he's so fucking little. Like, what the hell do you mean you're going somewhere? You're little. How do you want to go anywhere? Hey, I snapped you. Can you reply? I don't know if there's really anything in this world that could get me to join Snapchat. I have not used Snapchat since 2016. I don't even know if I even have one anymore. But I used to use Snapchat when it was like popular, because I would post on my Snap story, because this was before Instagram even added stories, and I would post on my Snapchat story like, hey, I'm live, like I'm streaming, and I had it so people could snap me back. And there was this one person who sent me so many videos of their little pig, and it was so cute. I loved those videos. But one person ruined it. Two people, actually. One guy, well, started with this one girl sent me a picture of her naked ass. So I blocked and reported her account. Because I was like, I'm so uncomfortable with this. And also, like, I'm gay, girl. Like, I'm out. What are you trying to do? So that made me uncomfortable. I did not enjoy receiving that. And then this other guy sent me a dick pic, and I was uncomfortable receiving that from a follower like that. So I blocked and reported them as well. And then I said, I think I'm actually just going to delete this app. Now, I mean, I'm not gonna fucking send any in return. Ooh, shiny oddish. Thank you for not letting me finish that. You know, this middle game, it's been cooking for a while and hasn't found a shiny. But I finally found one. You're green. I am. Let's try a nest ball. Well, do I have anything that would be good? Do I have like a status? What do you have? Check moves. No. Well, you can't use powder moves on grass types in this gen anyway. Okay. Well, I have a bunch of great balls, so we'll use the nest ball and see if it works. It's pretty low level. Yay! That's gonna be great. Green ball. I feel like I have to name it Elphaba. It's fucking green. And I'm probably gonna keep it a Vileplume. I really like Vileplume as a shiny. How do you even spell that? I don't actually know how you spell. Is it with a PH or an F? PH? Okay. Yay! Shiny Oddish. Love that. Not Esper, but one of the better things on this route that isn't Esper. Let's go check it out. I will give Team Middle your points as well. I've been really vibing with netballs recently. I love the netball. I love its color. I love the black stripes. The netball fucks. Heavily underrated Pokeball. And it's so good on like so many different Pokemon at catching them. Oddish. Chlorophyll is great. Let's play with it. Hello, Oddish. What a good shiny. This is so sick. Here you go. Nice. I love it. Very cool. Let's throw it into battle. Anyway, what I was saying was, I am not going to... not interested in receiving those types of pictures from people. But if you're a fucking well into your adults and you fucking do it, I mean, I'm not gonna not look at it, but I feel uncomfortable. I could never be Race Chaser. That's for sure. Jesus Christ. Okay. Unfortunately, this 3DS's like sound kind of fucking sucks. The I don't know if it's like the chip or what, the capture. It always kind of sounds like it's being recorded from across the room, but it gets the job done. The other two that I have are a lot clearer sound quality. No, this is actually the purple 3DS. The black 3DS has a way better sound quality on the capture. Pinchum. Love it. Love it. And this is amazing too because now I can use this as my sweet scent Pokemon when I'm horde hunting instead of a normal Gloom. It's just so much more exciting. Damn, this bitch does not hit very hard. We gotta train her up. Love Oddish. Love Oddish. Cool. New shiny. Very fast. Can't believe I got that under odds. Wild. All right. Well, great stream today. I had a great time talking to you all. We got a shiny. It went great. I had a very good time. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you tomorrow. With what? I'm not sure. But I will be live. And that's all that matters. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Good night.